let's talk Mac and Kyle again. They pulled off one of the more incredible upsets that I've covered against the Rams. They were 8.5-point underdogs on the road. Now they go on the road again across the country and face the best run defense in the league, or one of them, in Tampa Bay. Todd Bowles, excellent, generating pressure. What does Kyle Shanahan need to do? What does Mac Jones need to do this week?
Oh, I tell you, the thing about it is I look at the run game, and I look at McCaffrey's second in the league in the number of touches in the running game. He's got 91 carries so far this year. He's only averaging 3.1 yards. He's number 2 in the league in touches. And you know what? His average per carry is 140th in the league. There were 139 other players who are averaging more than 3.1 yards per carry. His longest run is like 15 yards this year. There've been like 75 other rushes in the league that have gained more than 15 yards.
The Niners also lead the league in percentage of runs that are stopped at the line of scrimmage or behind it.
Correct. And Tampa, as you mentioned, has one of the best run defenses. They're averaging, I think, 3.1 yards for the opponent rushing against them. And, so for that, the Niners are going to have to find a way to generate some positive yardage in the run game. And, they haven't run the toss sweeps as much. They haven't run their inside zone scheme with the backside ceiling. They've got some schemes in the run game that they have not employed in the last few weeks that they need to go back to do a little self-scouting and pick a couple runs that can gain them some yardage so they at least can throw some play action passes off of them and move the sticks that way.
It seems like one of their problems has been their interior offensive line's been no good. They got the rookie Connor Colby on the left. He's been struggling. He was supposed to be Ben Barch, but he's hurt again. On the right, Dominic Pooney. He injured his PCL in preseason. I wonder if he's playing hurt. Either way, he's not playing well. So they're not getting any push there. And then no Kittle. Jennings has been out. None of that like elite blocking on the edges either. So they got the 2 tackles who are playing pretty well, but that's about it.
I know. And the other thing I look at, Brendel does give up a lot of push in the middle also. So he's not exactly a stalwart center. So your interior 3 linemen, so basically you're relegated to running outside zone or pitch sweeps left or right and a token run up the gut once in a while. The Niners don't run a trap offense. They don't run whams and suckers or anything like that. So, yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on their own offense because of the limited package they have in the run game.
But it seems like the success of the outside zone plays are so heavily dependent on the blocking of the tight end and the wide receivers out there. And right now,
to the strong side, they can run the outside zone to Trent Williams' side if they want.
True.
And hope that Colby can maintain enough leverage and blocking to allow the back to be able to get out on the edge. They can run the pitch sweeps, but then they'd have to block down and tag scheme it with a tackling guard pulling, which they usually run to Trent Williams' side. So it's going to be a struggle for them to run the ball.
PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code Cohn, COHN, and download the app now. All right, well, let's check out pass reps to give Kyle Shanahan a little bit of a visual. This is the playbook breakdown segment powered by Pass Reps, where we make you smarter about football every week. You can get pass reps yourself and actually practice calling plays before Sunday for only $1.99 a month. Just go to passreps.com or click the link below. All right, Tom, what are we looking at right here?
Okay. This is a concept that they can use with 11 personnel, or they can even use it with their 21 Rocket personnel. And it gives them a great opportunity in the man-to-man situations as well as in zone. This is a great 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6 pass concept, as well as a red zone scheme when you get to about the 12, 13-yard line. And you're running a mesh concept between the 2 wide receivers where you have the flanker coming in short motion, for example, or lining them up snug. He's going over the top, and the backside X receivers running underneath. So you have a rub concept there. I'm going to stick the tight end in the hash area of the field about 8 to 10 yards deep. And then we're going to run a rail route with the running back out of the backfield in strong location, what we call king location, and I can either scat release him hot, or I can slide the line away and check release him. But if I get a matchup man-to-man on him, I'm going to just say go and turn them loose and run them on the rail route against the linebacker. And I've got a little rub concept working in there between the Z going in motion across on the drive route, and the linebacker from the inside out is going to have to take the tight end man-to-man, and as well as take the running back man-to-man.
Yeah, Bowles does play a lot of man-to-man coverage, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. And so you're looking at the way I've got to attack a linebacker in man-to-man coverage. And if I can even do it, if I do it with the 21 personnel, I have the regular personnel on the field. And if I want to, I can stick McCaffrey in the backfield, or I can put him up in the wings location and run him on the vertical concept. If it's bump and run, he's got a linebacker on him. He's running the vertical concept as a number 2 receiver on the weak side. And if it's single safety high, I can take my shots either on the running back on the rail route, or if nothing else works, I just work the rub combination underneath the mesh scheme.
I like it from this view, right over the top. You can see that mesh work right there. Those guys would just run. They run through each other, but they might run into each other.
Under, and so you get the over guy forcing the coverage to bubble over the top for your guy running the shallow cross underneath.
Yeah, and you could have Brian Robinson running the rail route. You could have McCaffrey running the fade from the slot.
So yeah, you get man-to-man, you got a couple of man beaters automatically, and then if they go to some kind of a zone concept, your rubs, your mesh sits down, and I still got my tight end sitting over the middle. I can just pop them the ball, and so you've got
let's look at it against Three Sky.
You've got answers.
Let's look at it against Three Sky. Tight end's wide open.
Yeah. And he'll pop open because your 2 crossers are going to take care of the linebackers underneath, and should open up the hash area where the quarterback can just pump the ball right in the middle.
Yeah. I like this. Every week, Tom puts together a fresh game plan inside pass reps, updated rosters, new opponents, and real plays from the NFL level. Step into the offensive coordinator's role for less than $2 a month. Link is below, or just go to passreps.com. So I think that's a good play. Who would you be looking for the Niners to get the ball to this week? Last week, the man of the hour was Kendrick Bourne.
Correct. The other thing is, I like them getting Tongas the ball. Now, remember also, is Ricky Pearsall going to play, or is he going to be hobbled by the knee?
He's not practicing today. Looking doubtful.
Yeah, and see, so then now you're going to look at, okay, who's going to be is Jennings going to be out again? So then I'm looking at, okay, I'm going to my 4th and 5th wide receiver, who now has to be my starter opposite of Bourne. And I go back to finding a way to get my ball to the tight end more, which will force coverage to change from the Buccaneers' perspective. That'll now free up a wide receiver one-on-one with a corner, as opposed to being double covered, where they can cheat the safety to one side of the field, the other, and play a halves concept over the top of man under on a wide receiver. But yeah, you gotta work your tight end in this offense. And Tongas can catch the ball. He's got good hands. He can get open. He should be able to win against a linebacker. You can run him on sail routes. You can run him on crossing routes. Mix up the packages with it. Run stick routes with him, pressure routes. You can come up with a dozen ways to get the guy the ball.
Yeah, I mean, he's not necessarily like forcing you to cover him with the safety, and he's not Kittle as a blocker, but it seems like he's a pretty good receiver. I mean, remember how much we liked Ross Dwelley? He seems like sort of in that mold.
Correct. And he's as you mentioned earlier, he can catch the ball.
Yep.
And he'll give you a little bit of after the catch yardage, but until the defense changes its coverage scheme, I would take advantage of his mismatch in my favor offensively. And I would go to him more than just 2 or 3 times and a half. I would come out and say, okay, I'm going to establish him as a weapon, and force Bowles to say, okay, I've got to think about how am I going to cover this guy so that they don't give him 8 or 9 targets a game.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that. I mean, it seems like that's the way to. What I wanted to say is, with how much difficulty the Niners are having scoring in the red zone, all the more reason to get him involved, especially down there. I mean, who else are you going to go to?
Yeah, when's the last time you saw the Niners run the stick nod concept or any kind of a jerk route by the tight end where he can have room to work and revert and come back against linebackers underneath and be open? It seems like, what's wrong with taking some of those Kittle passes and having Longus run them?
Yeah, well, he scores so many touchdowns, they might have to pay him. You just saw the breakdown. Now go test your own football IQ. Pass reps updates weekly, $199 a month. The link's below. Don't just watch the game. Call it at passreps.com.